The Arizona Diamondbacks finally won a series. I believe it's the first series that they've won this entire month, and it was against the Cincinnati Reds. And if you're a Diamondbacks fan, we all know what happened last year. It's really where the Diamondbacks season went into a free fall. It's where Gabriel Moreno and Christian Mena both got injured. It was a really bad series. And when we saw that rain come in Sunday, we were all flashing back to, oh no, here comes the rain. The Diamondbacks were leading when it started to rain last year, and then they gave up a run, tied it, and then they had to play the makeup game the next day and lost it, and then lost the next game like 12-1. I had bad vibes yesterday on Sunday watching this game. The Reds, I thought for sure were going to come back and win it in the bottom of the ninth because of the rain. But they didn't. And not only that, the Diamondbacks got an insurance run, and they actually scored 5 runs in a game. I can't even remember the last time that's happened. It feels like it's been a week, maybe 2 weeks since that happened. And not only that, the Diamonds got multiple home runs this game. It's good to see that the slug is back for some of the guys. Tommy Troy had a home run. Corbin Carroll had a home run. Actually, I don't remember if Corbin Carroll had a home run yesterday. He definitely did the day before on Saturday. That was the Diamondbacks' only run of the game. And then, so it was Tommy Troy, Gabriel Moreno, and then we had Ketel Marte getting the game-sealing RBI as well. Oh, it was Geraldo Perdomo that got the home run. So the Diamondbacks offense did just enough on Friday and Sunday to get a series win. Zach Gallen looked the most Zach Gallen he's looked in a minute. He did give up 2 solo home runs, so people are still hitting him really, really hard, which is unfortunate, but he only gave up 3 runs, and we're going to take that from Zach. I mean, we're treating him as the 5th guy in the rotation. He just has not been that good. He definitely looked the most Zach Gallen. He made it through 6 innings and only gave up 3 runs. And unfortunately, it looked like he was going to have a great start until that 6th inning where he gave up the last solo shot. Too many mistake pitches, but it seems like he knows that fastball isn't getting swing and miss. And so he's using the slider, cutter, changeup, curve, he didn't use the curveball a ton yesterday, it felt like. Because that pitch has been getting kind of pounded as well when he's left it in the zone. If it's outside the zone, I don't think teams are hitting it that well. But if that curve stays in the zone, people are also hitting that a country mile as well. So he was mixing his pitches well. Seemed like he had a pretty good comfort level with what he was throwing for the most part outside of the 2 home runs. He didn't even give up that many hits, didn't give up many walks, so it was a good Zach Gallen performance. Michael Soroka the day before had another gem where he only gave up 1 run in 7 innings pitched. Unfortunately, Juan Murillo came in, gave up a home run in the 8th inning, and that's why the Diamondbacks lost the game. They out-hit the Reds on Saturday. They just couldn't hit with runners in scoring position. It continues to be a theme. I'd like to think that they're going to snap out of it, but it is becoming a theme for this Diamondbacks team over the last week or two, is that they just can't hit with runners in scoring position. And even yesterday, the Diamondbacks were not able to hit with runners in scoring position because it was a solo shot from Tommy Troy. It was a solo shot from Gabriel Moreno. Perdomo hit a home run with a guy on first base, so technically runner was not in scoring position. And then finally, Marte, well, hold up. Finally, we got the Diamondbacks had someone get on base at the top of the 9th inning. Barossa bunts him over to second base, and then Marte gets a base hit knock, and they score. So we finally got a hit with runners in scoring position. It felt like it was never going to come, but it did. And I want to focus on specifically yesterday's game and Geraldo Perdomo. So if you didn't see, and I don't know how you didn't see it, if you somehow found this podcast, which I know is barely getting off the ground right now, if you didn't see what Geraldo Perdomo did on Sunday, you have to go watch all the highlights. You have to watch this post-game interview. It's hilarious. So Geraldo Perdomo, as he's coming out for the 7th inning, I believe it's the 7th inning, there's a mascot race, right? And so the mascots are running around the diamond. It's Mr. Red and it's Mrs. Red, and they have the finish line tape right outside the Diamondbacks dugout. And so Perdomo comes out of the dugout, runs through the tape to beat the mascots, and then runs away. And then he comes back to shake hands with the mascots, and the mascot grabs the tape that's still wrapped around Perdomo and walks away and doesn't shake his hand or give him a high five or anything. Pretty good mascot moment, pretty good Perdomo moment. But then what Perdomo goes is he goes out and he hits a 2-run home run to give the Diamondbacks a lead at that point. It was a 3-2 ball game, I believe. So he goes out there, gives the Diamondbacks a lead. Great. And then just continues to be the most Perdomo guy ever. And in the post-game interview, they're talking to him. He calls Merrill Kelly his son. Merrill tries to dump the Gatorade on him. Misses because Perdomo runs out of the way, which is pretty impressive. Then Perdomo talks about the mascot. He says, I had to leave with 2 W's today, not just one. I won the race and then we won the game. He drops an F-bomb in the post-game interview, which is pretty funny as well, talking about the mascot. It was the most Geraldo Perdomo day ever, and I love it. And not just that, but Perdomo may be back, guys. In the month of June, Perdomo is hitting .308, and yesterday hit his first home run of the month, and he has an on-base percentage over 400. The slugging percentage is not there yet because all of his hits, besides his home run yesterday, are singles, but he is getting back to doing Perdomo things on the field as well as off the field. So, yeah, Perdomo, he's starting to get the base knocks. We're not seeing quite the power from him yet. We need to see a lot more hard hit balls, some more doubles. He's still incredibly frustrating running the bases as well because this guy gets thrown out all the time, and it's so frustrating. He's always trying to steal, and I feel like he gets thrown out more than any other Diamondback, and maybe gets thrown out twice as much as any other Diamondback. It's very frustrating, and he honestly ruined a rally. And I can't remember, it was in the 3rd or the 4th inning. Felt like Perdomo ruined a rally because he got thrown out at second, and the guy behind him walked, so he would have been at second anyway. We just gotta. Tori always says, just get on base and then next man up mentality. Sometimes I think Perdomo gets on base and forgets that there's hitters behind him that maybe aren't the greatest, right? But they're still capable of getting on base. And especially at his spot in the lineup, just don't get any outs, and then let Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, Gabriel Moreno, let those guys get RBIs and get you home instead of trying to do it all yourself. But you'll take the good and the bad with Perdomo. Hopefully he starts to get hot and we can see a version of last year of 2025 Perdomo, who was 7.1 WAR player. Let's hope we can get back to that. And the last thing before we stop talking about the Diamondbacks is this is a monumental week for the Diamondbacks. This week, they play the Angels and the Twins, and they play the Twins at home on Father's Day. So if you're looking for something to do on Father's Day, go to a Diamondbacks game. There's nothing better than baseball and bringing your dad to a baseball game. So the Arizona Diamondbacks play the Angels first and then the Twins on the weekend. And it is, I don't want to say must win because it's only June, but if the Diamondbacks want to continue to stay in the playoff race in August and September, then these are the series that you have to win. And they honestly need to do pretty much what they did against the Rockies and the Giants, which is beat up on the worst teams of baseball, especially if you're at home. And you probably got to win 5 out of 6 against these teams. I think you got to win at least 2 out of 3 against the Angels and at least 2 out of 3 against the Twins. And if you don't sweep one of them, it's honestly not going to be, that's not good, right? And of course, we know there's 3 Diamondbacks pitchers with a over 5 ERA right now: Merrill, Ryan Nelson, and Zach Gallen. So obviously, we're going to need those guys to pitch better than their numbers say they are right now. We're going to need to win every single game that Eduardo Rodriguez and Michael Soroka pitch in, and we need the bullpen to not have any blunders like Murillo did, and like they had last week as well against the Marlins. For the most part, I think this Diamondbacks bullpen is getting the job done. You look at all their numbers, and the numbers say that they're good. Thankfully, Kevin Ginkel, who always somehow manages to get runners on base, but then leave them stranded, did that again yesterday in Cincinnati. Nothing better than a good Kevin Ginkel roar after striking out 2 batters or getting 2 batters out when he's got 2 on, 1 out. Pretty incredible. And it was on a wild pitch too, or at least the pitch that Gabby struggled to catch beyond the plate. They advanced to second and third too, and still Kevin Ginkel was able to hold those guys at bay against the Reds. So yeah, it's a big week for the Diamondbacks. Not the sexiest matchups, obviously. Anytime you play the Dodgers or the Padres, or whenever they play the Cubs next, or any of the other teams right around them in the standings, which was another reason why getting this Reds series dub was so huge, because the Reds could easily be a team that the Diamondbacks are in tiebreaker situations with at the end of the season if they can turn it around. So yeah, it's a big week for the Diamondbacks. Expect a lot of W's. And if there's not, then something is truly wrong, and they haven't gotten out of their slump that they've been in for the last 2 weeks. Jordan Lawler came back as well, and he continued his hot hitting for the most part. If he's going to continue to hit 300, and I know it's a very small sample size, then this is a guy that probably has to play every day, and this is your long-term outfield mate next to Corbin Carroll, or maybe they decide to move him back to first or second base, or second or third base at some point in his career as well. But with Corbin right now, you have those 2 guys in the lineup every day. I feel pretty confident if Tommy Troy or Ryan Waldschmidt can continue to play well, that would be awesome as well. My wife thinks that Tommy Troy is kind of a right-handed Corbin Carroll, and I'm not saying Tommy Troy is going to come close to winning Rookie of the Year or being in the MVP conversation, but it would be nice if Tommy Troy could be a light version of Corbin Carroll at the opposite side of the plate. He's obviously extremely fast, a decent defender, and a guy that hopefully you can count on to get on base, steal bases, and showcase some power too, which he did yesterday on Sunday against the Reds in Cincinnati. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch the full podcast version, there's a playlist right here that you can click on. If you want to watch more videos, you can click over here. And please remember to always, always, always like the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. We're all there all the time. So please follow us. Please continue to support the AZ Sports Podcast, and I will see you on the next episode.